Okay. Let's see if this works any better. Sure. Nintendo, those bastards! They blew it all up with their poker mans and their danky kangs. I'm changing while it's playing. That's the second time I went downstairs and forgot my water. Holy shit. What dumbass. Man, one moment you're just sitting there relaxing, and then all of a sudden aliens show up and
July 2054 AD.
have a war during the 4th of July.
The Earth was caught in a great battle between unknown alien forces. Their weapons were terrifying and powerful beyond human reckoning. Our planet was overrun. Its surface reduced to ash and rubble in the blink of an eye. The coalition government knew the war was coming, In response, they prepared the Earth-Life Colonization Project, Project Exodus. Interstellar arcs were launched all across the planet, from every major city on Earth. Bravely, we leapt from our cradle, our home for the last 4.5 billion years. But most of the arcs never even made it out of the atmosphere. Only a small handful managed to escape. Among them was our ship, the White Whale. After leaving Earth behind, we spent 2 years wandering in space, searching. We thought of ourselves as the lucky ones, the pioneers who would settle a new world. But our past caught up with us, literally. The alien blitz was unrelenting. If not for the efforts of a lone hero, we would never have survived. Our ship took heavy damage. We lost control. With our flight systems down, the White Whale was pulled into the gravitational field of a nearby planet, its hull shattering and breaking to pieces as we plummeted toward the surface. Since then, 2 months have passed.
They get rid of body type. I think they did. That's yeah, not a fan. That face looks a little weird. I mean, if I'm doing Heartseek or something like that, would probably work, but I think I might do Renee. So we'll go with that. Big. No freckles. Yeah. We'll see how she looks without that. Scar, no mole. Oh, the special is different for every hairstyle. It's not just an antenna thing. I like that. What's the special lit? Oh, that. I don't like that. That looks good. Probably pick the color first. This is my one issue. Like, these are not blue enough. These are like too purple though. Need like a happy medium. If only they had a color slider or something. That just looks weird. I feel like the details get missed on this though. That looks okay. Again, you can't change the color of the face paint, which sucks. put the Monado directly on my forehead. Play voice.
All right, let's do it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ha! Ha! I've lost my balance. Ah!
Huh? Huh? We did great. Hey, 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 hey. Shall we then? Let's get on with it.
I've been staggered. Shall we? I've been staggered. I've been All right, let's do it.
Huh? We're gonna do great.
Here we go. Huh? Shall we? Huh? Huh? All right, let's do it.
Huh? You're in good hands now. Huh? We did great. I'm getting... What? We sure owned them.
It's a pleasure. Shall we? I've lost my balance.
Hey there. Nice job. We're gonna do great. Here we go. Huh?
Huh. Shall we? Huh? Huh. All right, let's do it.
I think I used heroic the first time I
Here
played
we go.
the game.
So what if you staggered me? Nice job. We're gonna do great.
Huh. I've lost my balance.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. Oh wait, I want to save. And I didn't drop any frames for all of that. Amazing.
Attention, external access confirmed. Disengaging stasis in 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh no, I'm in Half-Life 2. My health's low. And they took
Releasing
the
hatch.
boob slider.
Please stand clear.
Why'd you take my boob slider, Nintendo?
Hey there. Looks like you're all in one piece. Careful. Just take it nice and slow, okay? Your senses will need time to reactivate. Your pod is the only one around that landed intact. Good thing I found you. My name's Elma. You want to tell me yours?
No.
You don't even remember your own name? It must be the stasis hangover. That's not good. Just try and focus, all right?
She's fancy.
Good, there we go. What else you remember? It'll come. In the meantime, I'll get you up to speed here as best I can. How are your limbs? Can you move? We'll take it easy while you shake the stasis out of your system. One step at a time, all right? First things first, you'll be needing a weapon. There you go. All right, let's get going.
You have amnesia and you just woke up and you could barely remember your name. Here's a gun. Go out and do a crime. Prologue Awakening. If you're ever stumped about where to go next, be sure to check any nearby places marked with an exclamation mark. Doing so should reveal the way forward, though an occasional excursion off the beaten path never hurts. You know what they say about all work and no play, after all. Okay.
Most of the White Whale's life pods didn't survive the crash, like this one. You're one of the lucky few. Right. You don't even remember the White Whale, do you? You know, the L-002? The ship we escaped Earth on? You remember Earth, right?
Earth? No, I don't
Planet
remember
Earth.
that.
Your homeworld. Or rather, it used to be anyway. Unfortunately, it was caught in a battle between two alien forces. Destroyed.
It exploded.
Ring any bells? Don't feel bad. It's one memory I'd like to forget. I know.
Bug.
It's been following me for a while now. I didn't want to alarm you, but we're going to need to defend ourselves. You up to the task?
Okay, Cosmos. Initiate combat by targeting an enemy, then drawing your weapon. Now, what do you say we give it a whirl? I'll be here to back you up, so feel free to experiment. After you've drawn your weapon with A, you'll automatically attack your opponent with a certain frequency, but only as long as you keep the enemy within your weapon's attack range. Arts are special abilities your weapons give you access to. Select them with the D-pad, then press A to use one. You can set a maximum of 8 to your arts palette. After you use an art, it will be put on cooldown, taking time until you can use it again. Different arts have cooldowns of different length.
Shall we? Let's see what you've got. Shadow Strike! Sliding Splinter! Assault Hammer! Now's your chance! Fire all at the top of them! Flame Grenade!
Boomba.
You're not half bad. There's plenty of work back in the city for someone who knows how to handle a weapon, you know.
Look depressed at the idea of work. No. I'm down for work if we're on an alien
You're
planet.
interested. In that case, I might have just the job for you. But anyway, we can talk more details later. For now, let's keep moving.
I got a weapon. So voice prompts are instructions, suggestions, or requests their party members call out in the heat of battle. Successfully responding to them triggers various useful boons. When an ally issues a soul voice prompt, arts on your palette which match the prompt's color will be highlighted. If you use an art that's highlighted, you will succeed in the prompt. You and the prompt's issuer will regain some HP and receive a beneficial effect, and your affinity with that ally will improve. Yay! Confirm. Oh, that opens up that. I know. I don't want to open that. You go away. I know what you do.
I won't stop there.
I got prototype boots, and I leveled up. Can I equip my new shit yet? A weapon's power rating is a value that broadly expresses how strong a weapon is. Whenever you're not sure what to equip, it's never a bad idea to go with whatever has the higher value in this stat. Okay. Weapon's TP gain rating is a value that broadly indicates how easy it will be to build up TP while fighting with it equipped. Keep an eye on it when you want to build TP quickly. Okay. I can't use the advanced storm assault rifle yet. I gotta get another level. Damn you. I can use prototype boots though. Wait. That goes up by 5, but that goes down by 5, and defense goes up. You know what? Fuck it. We'll just equip them. Oh, I gotta. Oh, hey! I got a new shirt! Fuck yeah! Okay, good. Fashion gear. Go to main menu party fashion gear to be able to change a party member's appearance without affecting the gear they've actually got equipped, stats and all. Each time you obtain new ground gear, the equivalent fashion gear option will be added to your collection. Wow! That's cool. Maybe I will turn on headgear then, because I like having the little earpiece thingies. I could just run around topless. I can wear what Elma's wearing. Pretty sure those are the only two things. Yeah. Arts, yeah, I only have the two. Cause I'm dumb. I don't know things yet. Wait, why is it still? Oh, gotta do these. Wait, I have no knife arts? Your avatar cannot leave the party. Hey, 3 save slots. Finally. You only had 1 in the game before. I'm just marking all this shit as red because I played the game before. I remember most of it. Anything I don't remember, I'll look up as I need it. Prologue summary. 1 out of 2. Yeah, we know that. We know who Alma is. Earth. In case you guys didn't know, this is the 3rd planet in humanity's native solar system. The Earth, or Earth as some people call it, was caught up in a battle between 2 opposing alien forces 2 years ago and subsequently destroyed. And that's why we're not on Earth anymore. Some people think it's sad. I think it's okay. Things could be much worse.
I'll start things at range. Follow my light. Shadow strike.
Oh yeah, that's right. You could target the different appendages. I forgot that.
Nice work.
I got an art. Oh, it just automatically equips it.
Very well. Let's see what you've got. Slide! Flinger! Scream edge! Assault hammer! Shadow strike! Grenade! Spectacularly done. Nice work. Shall we? Let's see. They're off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack.
Okay.
I'll stagger them. Slide! Flame grenade! Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
You can't.
What in blazes? Hey! I can't move! Shadow strike! Master trance! Fire on them to topple them! Success! Nice work!
You need to be level 7 for that. Still not level 3 yet. Okay.
I'll start things at range. Follow my lead. Target in sight. Scream edge. Spectacularly done. We got him. Let's move. Huh. Shall we? Let's see what you've got. Shadow strike up here. Now shoot them while they're distracted. Master trance! Fire on them to topple them! Hey! I can't move! Assault hammer! What in blazes? They're gaining ground! I need recovery! Hey! I can't move! Shadow strike! What in blazes?
Oh.
Master trance! Fire success! We got it. Let's move.
Those look kind of cool. You know what? I'm gonna do the I'm gonna turn on headgear. Yeah, visual. Stone potamus.
Shall we? They're off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack. I'll stagger them.
Pow.
Scream and appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Ready? Too bad. Shadow strike. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Ready? Too bad. Upper hand. Slice. That's its own reward.
You get a lot of gear early on. I got a better knife. And I leveled up so I can use my new gun. Okay. Headset. But Alma has no headset. Headgear. We're gonna give that to her. Boink. I have no idea where my strategy guide is for this game, but it had like all of these little collectible things you could get and where to find them and shit. Which kind of comes in handy. There's a lot of them. I guess nowadays you don't really need that because you have the wonders of the internet.
Look who's joined us.
Hi! You ambushed me!
Follow my rocket in sight. Shadow strike. Slit edge. Now's your chance. Fire on them to topple them. Lane grenade. Scream edge. Ready? Too bad. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Split edge.
I got a knife.
Shadow strike.
I'ma stab you in your face.
Success. Nice work. Very well. Let's see what you've got.
Yo! Get the fuck back here, you big thing!
The rain's starting to let up, just in time for sunrise. Follow me. I promise you're gonna love this.
Maybe. Who says I'm gonna love it? It's like a brontosaurus with a bad fungal infection. I don't even know what the fuck that thing is. United States, even in the future on another planet we're colonizing it. God bless the USA.
They're all indigenous, as far as we can tell.
That means we can kill them all.
Be nice with these guys if we're
No,
going
I'm
to
kidding.
try and coexist together.
Joke's on you, I'm gonna hunt them all like I'm on African safari. And it's the 1920s. Gonna put on my pith helmet and get my elephant gun.
We call this planet Mira. You won't find it on any star chart. But it's our new home. Recognize the habitat unit? That's where we're headed. Watch yourself. That first step's a doozy. We can jump if you like. You could handle the fall. But the indigents down there are another story. Some big, some mean, all nasty. Given our options, the high road here would be the safer way to go, relatively speaking. That said, whichever way you want to go, I'll follow your lead. You decide.
Certain enemies you find on Mira will attack you as soon as they detect you. You can tell an enemy's detection type by the icon next to their name. Note, enemies with a much lower level than yours will not attack unprovoked. Non-aggressive, no icon, will not attack unless you attack it. So it's going to attack me because I will attack everything. Visual, will react when you enter its field of vision. Auditory, will react when you wander too close to it. Okay. If we want to reach the habitat before sundown, we'll need to pick up the pace and start sprinting. Sprinting is good for times when you need to get somewhere in a hurry, or when you need to break out of an especially hairy situation. R and up, launch aerial cam. Cool. Hi, can I talk to you? Oh, he's saying that's the white whale's habitat unit there to the east. If you keep proceeding... What'd you say? I missed it. Damn it. Oh well.
Sir!
Fall off the cliff, don't panic. Just head east until you reach the habitat. Try not to engage any powerful enemies on the way. Okay. Change time. I don't want to change time.
Shall we? Let's see if they're off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack. I'll stagger them.
Right up his butt.
Exhilarating. Shadow strike. I'm ready.
He's gonna break your butt.
Master trance. Early bird. Flame grenade. Slit it. Success.
Don't fight strong enemies. And right here's a bunch of like level 4 enemies.
I'm attacking. Move in. Now it's my turn. Slide Splinter. Assault hammer. Slit edge. Chrome armor. Master trance. Final top. Ready? Too bad. That's it. Melee strikes. Now it's my turn. Success. Now move in. Now it's my turn. Slit edge. Slide nice. Move in and do some damage.
Okay, even though he's level 4, he was a little beefy.
Ready? Too bad.
Oh, he failed.
Success. Nice work.
I failed because I suck. What the hell's this icon? Oh, it's another weight spot. Shadow Beach BC. Oh, thanks. I want to get the yellow item thing.
Effort is its own reward.
I played Skyrim. You can't keep me from climbing this mountain. I should seriously probably get to the town before it becomes nighttime, though. Level 10, level 14. Yeah, we're staying clear of these fuckers. They could fart on me and kill me. Oh yes, this is the way I need to go. Wait. This is one of those games where it's just fun to jump because you have such a floaty jump. That's up here. I can get that.
Very well. Let's see what you've got. Shadow Strike! Now, melee attacks. Ready? Too bad. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
No.
Ready? Too bad. Flame grenade. Chrome armor. Slice. That's clearly done. That's true on any plant. They're awfully forward. Shadow Strike! Assault Hammer! Use an aura! Flame grenade! Get control of the battle!
I don't have any auras.
Now's your chance! Fire up the top roll! I'm getting pushed back! Shadow Sledge! Chrome armor! Success! We got it. Let's move.
I got infuriate. Oh, it's all the way up there. Can I get up there? Oh, I might be able to get. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, damn. There we go. Aha.
I'm attacking! Move in! Now it's my turn! Slide! Flicker!
Why is he attacking? What did I do to him?
Trap! Early bird! Fire up and topple them! Assault hammer! Hostile neutralized. Switch to close range combat. We must be relentless. That's intensive. Move in and keep the rhythm going. Shadow Sledge!
It's an assault rifle, but it's beam. We're gonna use a beam assault rifle because that sounds cool. I can be a Dragon Ball character. No, you know what? We're gonna give that. Wait, it's worse? It's better and it's worse. The bats.
Very well. Let's engaging. Lay down some fire for me. I have the shot. Firing. Slide. Flicker. They're gaining ground. I need recovery. Chrome armor. Now's your chance. Fire on them to topple them. I'll topple them. Appendage destroyed. Move in and ready. Too bad. That's it. Melee strike. Now it's my turn. Assault hammer. Success. Now move in. Now melee attack. Ready? Move in. Too bad. Damage. Early bird. They're gaining ground. I need recovery first. What in blazes? Shadow strike. Slide. Appendage destroyed. Move in and ready. Too bad. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Is that an even better version of what I just got? Hell yeah. Wait. It's a different thing. Okay. Whatever. Still good. I got me a fancy knife. I could stab me a motherfucker pretty good. Alright, I got a storm assault rifle from a warthog. Oh, that's all the way up there. Ooh, those guys are glowing. Wait. It's over here. Fuck it. We'll try to get back up. Not quite. Okay. Somebody watching me is going to be like, why don't you just go down to the beach and go around? It's the principle of the matter, damn it. Yeah, no, fuck that. You win this time, logic and gravity.
Very well. Let's engaging. Lay down
You
some
look
fire.
funny. I'm going to kill you.
Firing. Slide. Destroyed. Move in and strike. Ready? Too bad. Slit edge. Suck nice. Move in and do some damage. Infuriate. Chrome armor. Early bird. That's intention. Move in and keep the rhythm going. I've lost my balance. Shadow strike. Master traps. Fire on them to topple them. Upper hand. Side spectacularly done. Nice work.
Hey, dog, what's up? It's going pretty good. I'm just playing this because it came out, and it's a good game. I'm gonna change the time to daytime. How do we do that again? System. Change time. There we go. $6 a.m. That sounds good. Okay. How are things with you?
Looks a lot bigger up close, doesn't it? And this was just the habitat unit. The white whale was one hell of a ship.
Cool.
Until it all came crashing down, at least. That's the west gate. It's closed off now for security reasons. But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us inside.
It's a dog.
Rexes. And they're riled.
Another kind of dog. This one has armor on his head.
We can't leave them roaming here, not this close to the gate. We're gonna have to take them down. You ready?
Okay. The weapons you use on foot are split between melee and ranged weapons. You can switch between them with X. Melee weapons can only attack at close range, tend to do more damage per hit. Ranged weapons can attack at range, tend to hit multiple times, but damage per hit tends to be lower. When you use an art, you automatically switch over to the weapon that the art is associated with. Your melee weapon for melee weapon arts, and your ranged weapon for ranged weapon arts. Who'da thunk it? Arts which are associated with the weapon you're currently wielding, melee or ranged, will continue their cooldown even after they're ready to use. This is called secondary cooldown. Arts used at full secondary cooldown will have a greatly increased effect.
Didn't have to be like this. I'll start things at
Okay.
Ready? Too bad. That's it. Melee strike now. My turn.
Yeah, fuck you. Oh,
You must
I gotta
be
do things.
relentless.
There you go. Oh,
Pendant destroyed. Move in and ready. Too bad.
stab you in the head.
Hand. So nice. Move in and do some damage.
I can't. They're on cooldown.
Slice. Pendant destroyed. Move in and strike.
I can't. They're still on. There we go.
Too bad. It's a shame we had to settle near so much wildlife.
That's what you think. I'm gonna go on fucking
Luckily,
safari.
some species aren't so hostile, but they aren't necessarily friendly either.
I'm going to shoot one of every animal on this continent and have them stuffed in my living
We
room.
need to walk. All right, let's head in. Who knows? Maybe seeing the inside will jog your memory.
Probably not. I mean, I've never seen a big ship before. Worn survival headset. Isn't that... There we go. That is something that I can give to... What's her name? We're gonna switch back to that. This one. Hello, Piers.
Thanks.
Oh, hello. You must be the new friend that Colonel Elma mentioned in her report. Having just woken up after all that time, I'm sure you're dying to get home and take a shower. Fortunately, the west gate is closed at the moment. If you want to enter the city, you'll need to use the elevator at the top of the stairs. They'll probably open the gate soon thanks to the great work you guys did killing the monsters that were causing all that trouble. But until then, you'll have to forgive the inconvenience. Please understand. Fine. All the way up the stairs, I guess. Oh, there's an elevator. That wasn't too hard. More stairs? What the fuck? We put in an elevator, but it only goes up a couple flights of stairs. You still gotta run up the rest. We are very smart here.
Well, here we are. Not too shabby, huh? For a giant beached spaceship, anyway. But, like it or not, this place is our home now. We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles. Welcome to NLA.
Los Angeles is such a shit city, though. Welcome to New Los Angeles. Muggings on every corner.
Another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved
Shit,
to forge
all
a
over
new
the
way of
streets.
life here on Mira, come what may. New LA was our beautiful lie to ourselves. Truth is, we were adrift, heading into the unknown.
I mean, if you've got a whole city on a ship, you could just call it
Home was gone,
Macross.
swallowed in a shroud of light.
Be like,
And our
yeah, we've
future
heard
was
of this
uncertain.
old show where
No
they did
idea
that.
what fate
So we
was
just
in store
named
for
it
us.
after that. Macross City.
Only that we had to keep living in order to see it.
We have daily idol contests because Macross. I live in a giant toilet bowl and I regret nothing. I mean, you didn't need to put definitive edition here. Like, I know it's the definitive edition. I'm playing it on the system it wasn't originally made for, and it looks better. But, okay, sure. Save my progress, yes. It was just sunny a minute ago!
How about a quick tour of the facilities to refresh your memory? Let's start with your living quarters. Follow me.
This really is LA. It's so shit. I kid. For anybody who lives in LA and likes it, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean.
This is your Director General, Maurice Chausson. Today, I once again come to you with news I am truly delighted to share. Yesterday, we repatriated 10 more White Whale crew members. These fellow pioneers will rejoin our ranks as citizens of NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our ability to survive and indeed flourish here in our new home. This, of course, is only the latest success in our continuing efforts.
Director General? Since when?
For the rescue and recovery of
2 days ago,
all our
ma'am.
brothers and sisters. I stand here truly humbled and
From political aide to director general in just a few weeks. At this rate, he'll be emperor by next month.
NLA and a better tomorrow.
Irina? Gwyn?
Nice work out there, ma'am.
Ask who these two people are? Wonder why they call Elma ma'am, because I am too dumb to understand how hierarchies work.
Right. Introductions. Irina Akulov, Gwyn Evans.
This one of the survivors, Colonel?
The survivor. I only found a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Wait, what? What happened to 10 more crew members?
Come on, seriously? Chausson was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech.
You mean a politician lied?
Every last survivor counts.
I'm shocked.
You
Shocked!
can call me Irina.
Well, not
I'm
that
with the
shocked.
Interceptors.
Me too. Same division. You can call me Mr. Evans. Or just Gwyn.
The three of us were in the Coalition forces together. Specifically, the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew. I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant. Gwyn was a more recent recruit. Of course, I keep telling them we don't need those old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You're still Colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for best ass kiss goes to...
Well, I'd remind you both the ma'ams aren't necessary if I thought you'd listen.
All right, ma'am. We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel.
Right. We should be going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
You mean I don't get to have my own house? That sucks. It's just like LA.
There you are.
Are you the survivor who was found asleep in that life pod? I heard you faced a lot of indigents out there. It's like you rolled out of bed and onto a battlefield. Look, I'm no specialist, but if I were you, I'd worry that I pushed my body too far. You should head over to the administrative district for a medical checkup, or at the very least some rest. I don't know what you intend to do now that you're here, but it can wait until you've taken care of yourself.
Really?
Wow, let's see.
I heard gunshots and some sort of dying wail from the other side of the west gate. I guess one of the teams must have been fighting with an indigent. I really hope they finally took out the aggressive indigents that have been causing problems just outside the city. Because in that case, we should be able to reopen the west gate soon.
Sir.
Yeah, this gate's out of commission at the moment. Busted servos or something. Anyway, if you've got business on the other side, it's gonna have to wait. Okay.
Hey,
For the sake of our Blade operatives headed out into the world, please be vigilant about performing your checks. Those brave men and women are fighting for our future.
Hey!
This package is meant to go to Blade Tower, so it's only the biggest building in town, so I don't know how you could mess that up. I don't know, I mean, I can't see the biggest building in town from right here. Unless that's the biggest building in town. That doesn't look like a building, though. I don't know, who cares? Story time. Yeah, flying during a thunderstorm. Nothing bad will possibly happen. Who's that sassy lost child? Driving a car very fast. And recklessly.
Damn it!
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would ya?
oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt. Hey, look at that. The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly.
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-whos? Cool. I'm Lin Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade.
Look skeptical or look worried? You know what? I'm more worried that there was exhaust and she didn't just, like, fucking catch that beforehand.
Yeah. Well, that, doesn't usually happen.
We know it doesn't, Lynn. Look, I know what you're thinking. But believe me, young as she may look, and yes, she is young, she's actually one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it? Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
We entrusted all of our giant robots to this 13-year-old girl. It worked out for Gundam. You can change your active party composition from main menu active members. There you can select allies from the reserve and add them to your active party or swap them around. Please note that there are times when you will not be able to change members. Okay. Oh yeah, I have to... Wait, I'm curious about something. Okay, so I guess they did get rid of... They did get rid of the censorship for at least some of that, which is good. Because the old version of the game had... They censored Lynn, obviously, for obvious reasons with some of the armor, but it was so lazily done, it was just terrible. So I'm happy that they at least went back and possibly fixed that. Hi, Roscoe.
Hmm? Listen to this.
Even merely maintaining our current front lines requires ludicrous amounts of money and materials. It is difficult enough on Earth, but supporting a military on a plan like this requires resources on a whole other scale. Which means we curators need to secure sufficient resources here on Mira to fuel Blade's military activities. Otherwise, it will be impossible to sustain offensive against our new enemies, search for the Lifehold, or continue countless other Blade projects. It's not the most glamorous line of work, but when I came to understand how important it was to the continuance of Blade, I knew I had to join up.
Hmm?
No, I don't want to... Discuss. Our resource transport helicopters are constantly being attacked by indigents. So far, Howard and Siska have managed to evade the attacks with quick thinking and spry reflexes. But I know it's only a matter of time before our luck runs out. We've asked the Interceptors to help clear our flight paths of indigents. But they have a lot on their plates right now, so it could be a bit. I hope they get to it soon. How am I supposed to handle this by myself? Oh, don't mind me. Go on ahead to the Blade Barracks. There's a transport pilot just down this way. Ask him and he'll take you to the administrative district. I want in your giant robot. Aren't these like... I was gonna say, aren't these people?
One. Nice.
Mirror right now is kind of like San Francisco before the gold rush. Then why'd you name it New Los Angeles? New San Francisco sounds way better. We know there are valuable resources all around us, but most of them haven't been claimed yet. While the rest of Blade is off casually performing missions, I'm gonna expand Frontier Nav and make a fortune. Do you want to get in on this action? If so, I'm gonna need every last credit you got. Oh, and you'll only be a junior partner, so you have to follow orders from me. Wow, you're an asshole. I hear that goody-goody Kirsty is going around Blades who ain't been clued in yet and teaching them all about Frontier Nav. Why can't she mind her own damn business, huh? What if one of those little pukes beats me to a prime Frontier Nav spot and installs a probe? And if she's such a freaking expert, why doesn't she go get rich herself instead of shooting her mouth off about it to everyone else? Wow, he's a dick.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll explore later. This guy seems very nice and polite. He is. And it's not raining anymore. What the hell? The weather here is so finicky. It's probably going to be raining once we get back to an actual, like, in-game cutscene. I think this is a pre-rendered one.
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. There's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour then? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, you know, industries and stuff.
Makes sense that it's called the industrial
It's
district.
also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it.
We even have a
It's a
Starbucks.
veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet.
There are better bargains outside town. It's called Kill the Thing and Take What It Has.
Housing, housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the spot.
Right? The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill.
Is this New Los Angeles or New fucking Beverly Hills?
Star destination, the administrative district, the nerve center at the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs.
We put our government above our big
And
weapons.
this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
We is smart like that. What if the
We'll
weapons
save
blow
the
up?
rest of orientation
Or
for
no
once
more
we're back in
government then.
barracks.
I want to fly a mini helicopter. Just cruise around with one of those things.
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Linley Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
I can't believe it stopped
Better
raining.
not keep them waiting.
That rainstorm lasted like 5
Barracks are
minutes.
pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
You have a whole alley devoted to guns? I'm down. I see a thing. You must learn the mechanical field skill to recover this treasure. Oh. To set a course for the barracks. We can sightsee later. But there's a guy named Gus over there. He might have info. Ask Stella about Chosun. We officers are aware that not all of New LA's citizens are on board with Director General Chosun's policies. But the more we allow our ideals to enslave us, the grimmer our situation will become. Hopefully some breakthrough opportunity will present itself eventually. And you've got the look of someone who just might be able to accomplish that. If you're ever ready to be that opportunity, let me know and I'll assign you to something important.
Intel is
Are you familiar with the continent comprised of nothing but wastelands far to the east of New LA? We're receiving reports of non-naturally occurring structures in that region. We need to find some answers about who built these structures and what became of them, and do it fast. I guess I'll have to post a mission for the Pathfinders division.
Listen.
Oh, is there a map? There is, I just don't have access to it yet. Okay.
Yes.
Treasure! Fuck yeah. We sell strange and unusual stuff my husband picks up out on the job. He's a Pathfinder, so he's always finding crazy space junk and whatnot. I don't have anything to show you right now, unfortunately, but check back later. You should be back in a little while with a new haul that'll blow your battle socks clean off.
Whatever.
Yes, actually, but I'm not going to talk about it. I don't even want to entertain the possibility of it being true. I'm just going to stay positive and hold on to hope, so please don't ask again. Okay. Sorry I bothered you with, is anything wrong? Yes, and I don't want to talk about it. Fuck off. Okay.
Working hard?
Hi, Fritz Lang. The city's economy has finally sprung to life, and customers are swarming to Armory Alley. I must admit, I worried about our future when we were attacked by an unknown enemy and had to crash land on this dangerous world. But humans are tenacious creatures. It's hard not to appreciate that when you see the level of energy on display here. But I'd rather be a part of this than a mere observer, so I'd better get to work.
Working hard? Wonderful.
Did you see the Director General's broadcast earlier? Apparently they've discovered 10 new crew members. At this rate, the survey of Mira that's been stalled for so long will probably be able to resume soon. That sure was a relief to hear. I am all 10 crew members. I think it's a fat joke, but I'm not positive.
Hey, What?
Inquire. After the horrible fate that befell Earth, some humans have come to resent all xenoforms. But as a scientist, I am always eager to see examples of life forms who acquire intelligence through a different evolutionary path. From what I understand, they've found ruins throughout the planet that suggest intelligent life existed here previously. I always relish opportunities to encounter the unknown. What about you?
What?
I may be a rough and tumble blade, but believe it or not, I was once studying to be a biologist. When I was a student, I was always off on one cross-country trip after another, doing field work with my professor. We traversed jungles and deserts hunting for rare animals and fossils. And when we'd find one, we'd jump up and down with glee, like children, ha! My professor stayed behind on Earth, but I know he'd have been thrilled to come here and see all the unidentified species on Mira. Cannot use this now. Fine, don't let me buy shit. Probably can't go over there either.
Listen.
Where's the... Yeah. Treasure. Yeah, I can't use that shit.
Great.
Oh, you're that new crew member they found, aren't you? So what do you think? Isn't this town huge? But as big as it seems, Mira is a whole lot bigger. So don't go running off half-cocked. That comm device you're holding can display a map of the surrounding area. If you lose your bearings, just fire it up and take a look. The triangle is your current position, the teal dots are your fellow team members, and the white dots are people like me. As for Skells, well, you don't have one of those yet, so never mind. But when you do get one, take a look at your map and see for yourself. You've heard of Talon Rock, right? That big rocky mountain in the northern part of Primordia? It's that big spire you can even see from the city. That area hasn't been fully explored yet, so Eleonora is always nagging us to get out there and do a survey. But the Talon Rock mountain is swarming with dangerous indigents, which makes it a big hassle. We've been kicking that can down the road forever. But now they aren't even offering us any other missions, so we basically have no choice but to do it. That Eleonora has the face of an angel, but she's doing the devil's work in that receptionist's guise. Sounds to me like you don't want to do your fucking job. Okay.
Yes?
Have you come to see the town helper? I'm sorry, what? You don't know who the town helper is? It's me, silly. I'm a mediator, but I started dabbling on the side. I teach weapon skills, offer equipment tips, deliver lost items, give life advice. Folks just started calling me the town helper. I kind of like it, to be honest. Okay, bye. Wait, where the hell did this guy show up?
What's wrong?
Members of each division have their own responsibilities, but mine is primarily guard duty. Lately, there have been reports of dangerous indigents appearing near the entrances to the city. That's why we've sealed the gates and taken a defensive posture. We've tightened our guard to the extent that there's absolutely no chance of an indigent infiltrating the city. But now I hear that Elma and some new gal already slaughtered the Grex pack that prowled outside the west gate. So I guess we all ought to thank Team Elma for their successful counteroffensive. You're welcome.
What's wrong?
That was me.
This sucks.
Carl's pathetic. I put him on indigent control duty, and he hasn't killed a single one. If I didn't have so many damn duties of my own, I'd march right up to him and spank him like the insolent child he is. Kinky. Hey, if you're headed that way, could you give Carl a message from me? You'll be the one loitering out in front of the arms manufacturer's building. Tell him to pull his head out and get his goddamn work done before Trevor has to stick a boot so far up his ass he'll taste shoe polish for a month. Again, kinky.
And here we are, the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
Ask about registration or frown and say nothing. I'm going to ask about registration.
I think I can answer that one.
So, you must be the latest rescue.
Secretary Nagi!
Miss Ku. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No. Nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here...
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
Ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
Give me liquor. I don't want tea. Who drinks tea? The British, that's who. This is a very impressive room. Are you going to say anything?
Allow me to formally
There we
introduce
go.
myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? She seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until she knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. She seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
She could barely remember her name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin?
Inquire.
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet, and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
Ask for more information about Blade.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Take a look at this. The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Okay, can I sign up?
Yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Ku, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Take a guided tour of the Blade Administrative District with Lynn and Elma and learn more about life as a member of Blade. Leave the Blade Barracks. I'm being kicked out already. What the fuck? I didn't even make it an hour. Press R stick to display the navigation panel on the bottom right of the screen. This will show the objectives, currently tracked, mission, etc. Track missions from main menu missions. You can press that to toggle the navigation panel's category. Categories are unlocked as you advance the main story. As you explore the administrative district, think about what sort of life you'd like to lead here in New LA. Take all the time you need. I'll be right here whenever you're ready. Okay. Cannot use this now. Okay. Man, I can't do shit.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want her to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that Skell. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
Ask what a Skell is.
What? You don't remember what a Skell is? That gorgeous exoskeleton that just went by? Basically like the most incredible, awesomest super weapons ever?
In the words of Bender, you got metal fever.
Transformations. Sorry, just I get so excited whenever I think about it.
Originally, Skells were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the Mission Control Board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
What if I don't want to join Blade? You guys are like, hey, let me show you where you're gonna be working. And it's like, no. Who said I'm joining your little party?
So this is Mission Control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every Blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of Blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the Scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the Scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Hey.
Any fool who's dumb enough to face his foe head-on won't live to make the same mistake twice. You must constantly move to stay in your opponent's blind spots. Attack your foe from the back. Attack him from on high or below. Anywhere but head-on. Attacking from any of those positions will improve your accuracy and your odds of landing a critical hit. Do you understand? Do you not understand? Either way, repeat what I just said 1,000 times until it finally penetrates that thick skull of yours. I don't work for you!
Idiot.
Did you just call me an idiot? What the fuck? I lovingly instruct Blade rookies that don't even know the basics of combat until they grow into respectable Blade operatives. But recently, a number of cowards have failed to withstand my love and fled my training sessions. But you look like the type that can take it. You decide to join Blade, you come and ask me anything. I will take the fundamentals of combat and beat them right into you. He's an asshole.
Yes?
This is mission control. As a Blade, you can... Oh, I see that you haven't... Oh, I see that you haven't yet registered as a Blade. Well, if you do register and join a division, you'll be able to accept missions right here. I understand that you haven't yet decided what role you wish to play here in New LA, and that's fine. But I believe you would make a splendid Blade. Trust me, I've seen off countless Blades standing right here. I know talent when I see it.
Yes?
My name is Eleonora, and I serve as Blade's receptionist. If you have any questions about your assignments, feel free to ask me anything. If there's anything I can do to help, I hope you'll let me be of service. Now go do your best, Renee. I expect great things from you. Okay. Fine, I guess.
Ta-da! The Blade Scout Console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout Console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one Blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other Blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell Blade without team. Sorta. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you're ready to join up?
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Apology accepted. Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Listen. Hey.
Hey.
This is where the arms manufacturers are based. This building is for all the companies that are involved in the research, development, and sale of weapons and armor for Blade. Ah, but you're not a Blade yourself, are you? Forgive me, I assumed that you were officially registered by the way you were armed. My professional duties include recruiting Blades for Miranium gathering missions. Unfortunately, I've had few interested parties, as most Blades are busy installing data probes, battling tyrants, and performing other vital duties. But if you should find yourself with Miranium to spare, might I invite you to accept one of our assignments for mission control. Needless to say, we'll pay a fair price for the Miranium as a mission reward. I do hope you'll consider this proposition.
What? Great.
That gate over there, the east one, can you believe how long it's been sealed? This is really getting to be a hassle. Huh? You want to know why people could pass through the west gate but not this east one? Well, New LA is just the residential unit of a ship that's been hastily reconstructed into a city. It wasn't exactly built with ease of access in mind. The west gate entrance is where the passage to the White Whale's maintenance management area used to be. I'm surprised you didn't know that. Everybody know. Oh, are you that newly discovered crew member? You are, aren't you? Hey, welcome to New LA.
What?
Man, I'm as excited about my next mission as I am my next root canal. You want to swap? Just kidding. I mean, I'd love to swap, but if Trevor found out that I passed the mission off, he'd tear me a new one. Trevor's as strict as they come, and no mistake. You don't ever want to get on his bad side.
So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell? Huh? Oh, right, the tour. I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
Hey!
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
You received a guided tour of the administrative district and learn more about life as a Blade. You've just woken up, so you might be feeling pretty hazy. If you're confused about anything, you can check the tips. I bet you can find some info there that will be relevant to your situation. Treat them as your basic textbooks for surviving on Mira. Okay.
Listen.
Hello, Popeye.
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for Blade duty with a training assignment.
What in the hell are we waiting for?
As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for Blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
No.
I knew you'd make the right choice. Welcome to the organization. Elma, she can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
Now then, let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient pattern, given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a Blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the East Gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Elma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe!
Install the data probe at the Frontier Nav site and complete your training. Head to the designated site on the East Gate plane. Okay. Chapter 2, The New Frontier. Oh, do I have any new... Oh, no. No new armor or anything.
Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the West Gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigen activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigen butt, huh?
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Irina's team is one of our best.
How does she know Irina and Gwyn?
We ran into them just before we met up with you. They were on their way out to an assignment.
Well, then that settles it. It must have been them, right? Man, forget this amateur hour probe baloney. Those guys are where the action's at.
I'll try not to take that personally. But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the East Gate, shall we?
This is Eleonora, Blade Support Lead, here to tell you that the segment feature of your map is now available for use. It's displayed on your handheld comm device and is a useful tool with lots of info about Mira. Give it a look if you're unsure of where you are or what to do. I finally have a map! Oh yeah, this is going to be fun. Okay.
Hey,
Hey. Yes?
Why not get used to battling indigents by fighting some Ovis? This place is lousy with them after all. Unlike Rexes and other more ferocious indigents, Ovis won't even attack unless you hit them first. That makes them useful as training dummies. Another piece of advice, don't mistakenly pick a fight with any of the dangerous creatures near Sayrum Lake to the north. Numerous skilled interceptors have fallen to the indigents in that area. As noble a goal as protecting the city is, it's not worth risking your life like that. If you ever catch the eye of one of those indigents, just turn and run away.
Hey.
Apparently Nelson's team has gone missing. They had planned to install a number of data probes and then come straight back to the city. What could have happened to them? I don't know what sort of foe they ran into, but let this be a lesson. You have to be careful when you're exploring.
Take the initiative! Close in! Now! My turn! Shadow Strike! Fire! Side Flash! Slide! Slinger! Slit! Flame Grenade! Assault Hammer! Spectacularly done. We got him. Let's move.
what? What? What the hell happened here? You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius?
Unless...
Unless... what?
this is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Sinicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Sinicula, right? Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Senicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Senicula is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Senicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid.
Suggest killing the tyrant.
Whoa, whoa, whoa there, rookie. We're talking about a tyrant here. Do you even understand what that means?
We should probably explain. Tyrant is our term for any indigenous life form that falls outside of our usual threat ranking system. In other words, they're too powerful for us to even measure how dangerous they would be to take on.
And too powerful doesn't always just mean physically strong. If a creature has even a single especially nasty trait, it's classified as a tyrant.
Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all.
Can't just leave it so close to New LA.
As long as you understand the risks involved. Lynn?
Count me in. The same goes for everyone in New LA, but if we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. Besides, if I need to, I can always run away while it's busy chewing on one of you guys.
Fair enough. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
Gauging a tyrant is no small task. It's important to equip your best before charging in. Double check all weapons and gear. Oh, and make sure your arts are ready and leveled up, okay? That's the first step to becoming a combat master. Okay, so we're gonna save. Okay. Party arts.
Even remotely fair.
I'll start rings and rain. Follow my lead. Shadow strike. Appreciate it. Slide. Slinger. Nice. I've lost my balance. Ready? Too bad. Side slash. I lost my balance. Upper hand. I've lost my balance. Move in and do some damage. Ready? Too bad.
Hanging down.
Shadow strike. This'll work like a charm. Early bird. That could have done it. Move in how you like them going. Side slap nice. Move in and do some damage. Ready? Too bad. Flame grenade! Assault hammer! That's chrome armor! Move in and keep the rhythm going. Infuriate! Slit edge! That's it! Melee strike! Shadow strike!
Get him again for me.
Yeah, we're on top of this now. See how you like this? I've lost my balance. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Side slash. Upper hand. Slit edge. Yes. I won't stop there.
He went down like a sack of potatoes.
We are awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try. reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
Frontier Nav probe sites, or FN sites for short, FN sites are optimal locations to plant data probes. Planting one or placing one will reveal segment recon for the surrounding segments. You can go to the main menu, map segments to see which segments contain Frontier Nav probe placement spots. I'm Lau, a Pathfinder. If we're going to grow Frontier Nav, we need to install more data probes. To plant one, simply approach a vacant Frontier Nav probe site and press A. If you find a good spot, be sure to go ahead and claim it. It's common sense, really. Now all that's left is to report back to base, but first I'll let you in on a secret. A giant beast like that is usually best engaged with a Skell. Neutralizing a foe like that on foot, especially a tyrant, is pretty risky, so be careful about such things in the future, okay? Segment Recon shows the details of the tasks that need to be performed in each segment. Each category is shown with its own icon. Resolving these increases your survey rate. If there is a Segment Recon task still to address at your current location, the yellow hexagonal area will be displayed on your minimap. This is known as the Segment Marker. Segment Marker indicates the borders of the segment you're currently occupying. You can also go to Main Menu, Map Segments, then select a segment and press R stick to manually display the segment marker for that particular segment on the minimap. Manually set segment markers will be displayed as a blue hexagonal area even when you're outside their borders. Open some treasure, kill a tyrant. Stuff I can't do. I don't have the Collectopedia yet. Oh wait.
They've seen us.
Range. Follow my early bird.
Fire.
Shadow strike.
What?
Oh, that's not what I wanted. Well, it definitely isn't there. Is that what they're talking about? Oh, you're big and bad. No, we don't want to fight you.
I'm attacking! Move in! Move in!
Watch me right
Now, melee attacks! Ready? Too bad! Now, aim for the toppled enemy! 3 minutes! Side flash! Side flash! Upper hand! Chrome armor! Recuperate!
Wow, I'm sucking.
Infuriate! Flame grenade! Side flash! Gaining ground! Upper hand! Recovery!
Fire carnival!
Use an aura! Assault! Control to battle! 3 minutes! Slide back! See how you like and keep the rhythm going! Some night! Move in and do some damage! Flame grenade!
Wow, I'm sucking at these.
Keep the rhythm going! You like this? Slide! Flicker! 3 minutes! Fire carnival! They're tough. Touch me up. Side I won't let them get you. I owe you one. Exhilarating success. Upper hand. Move in. Slide. Assault hammer. Now, melee attacks. 3 minutes. Strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
This stuff is very high level. This is not going to end well for me. Nope, nope, I'm running. Nope.
I'm sorry.
That's bullshit.
I'm done for. Hey.
Can I use this stuff yet? Yes. Aww. Okay, so it looks like they didn't get rid of that. It's still weirdly there. But it's better than it was, at least. Because it was even on like ones like that, which was just stupid.
Commander Vandam.
Well, now, look what the cat dragged in.
Let me tell you something, brother. Where will you be when
Sorry we
Hulkamania
missed you
comes
last
for you?
time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less. That was reckless, and goddamn magnificent.
You successfully installed the data probe and completed your training.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. If you'll all excuse me, Commander.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Huh. Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked her to become a blade, little Miss Stick in the Rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow? Huh. Not much for conversation, are you?
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right? There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade. Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Let's start with the Pathfinders. Pathfinder's #1 responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on your training mission. It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's important. We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, Interceptors. You met Akalov and Evans, right? Irina and Gwen? This is their division. Interceptors have one main duty: protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira. Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads, they escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn? He's part of the Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigen that moves.
Oh, I wanted to
And
go
you
on
got
safari.
your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale. Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done. Until we're up and running here on Mira, and have this place completely figured out. Everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable. Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, Curators. Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory, bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it. It's not all picking berries, though. Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown indigens.
Next? All right, Prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around, looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak of.
Next up, Outfitters. All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the Mediators. These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public. Any problems a civvy has, they come to Mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators. It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades, and a people person. Someone with my charming personality? Probably not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
All right, so I think that's all 8 divisions. Any idea which one you'd like to join? Don't fret about it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate. Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigents, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too. To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like. So there's really no reason to stress about this. All right, you ready to choose?
Yeah, and? We're on pins and needles here.
You'd be a mediator.
Then it's settled?
All right. Thank God that's over. By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a blade.
Congrats, and welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
Now for the job. Let's get down to brass tacks. Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a skell with them. You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
All right, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that.
Search for Nelson's missing team in southeast Primordia. Chapter 3, Builders of a Legacy. Officially a Blade now, congrats. Becoming one of us grants you access to a variety of services, including the shop terminal, the AM terminal, mission control, and more. Some services are still off limits at the moment, but I'll get back to you on those later. Ever wish you could zip straight back to a place you visited? Well, that's why we have fast travel. Allows you to instantly return to significant landmarks as well as any frontier nav sites that have data probes installed. Just access the map to use it. Arms manufacturers, or AM, support us from the sidelines by developing new weaponry and gear, and by utilizing their services, we can support them too. Head to the AM terminal and Armory Alleys to learn more about working with AMs to make new gear. Missions comprise duties and requests received directly from the concerned parties or via mission control. They're divided into 4 categories, provide rewards and infinity when completed. Story missions. These advance the game's main story. You can accept them in the Blade Barracks. Affinity missions. These missions heavily feature your team members. You can accept them wherever you see the relevant icon. Normal missions. Mostly requests from NLA citizens or fellow Blades. You can accept them wherever you see the relevant icon. Basic missions. Simple tasks like defeating enemies or collecting items. You can accept up to 20 from mission control. Blade reports are a communication tool that residents of Mira use to share information they come across. When you visit a segment for which you haven't completed the segment recon yet, you may receive a Blade report post. If you do, check your current position on the segment view of the map screen to confirm the segment recon objective, and do your best to resolve it. Vision rewards. You know what? We're gonna save over there just in case I change my vision. Okay. We'll check that shit out later.
Oh, listen.
Hey!
Off to a great start. Already completed the mission. Unavailable while offline. I thought it was online. Oh, that's the magnification. Am I not online? Oh, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna... Whatever. Thought it was online. Okay. I can't go online yet. That explains it. Well, in any case, this is a good stopping point. It's 1:30 in the morning, so... Alrighty. Okay. Thank you for hanging out and watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a good night.